I'm going to give you these names in a little different order than you see them on the screen. They will start with Michael Jordan, followed by Drexler, Dawkins, Stansbury, Harper.
He guard led Duke to the NCAA Finals last year and is being counted upon by the San Antonio Spurs. Chicago Bulls star missed last year's slam dunk competition, as well as most of the season because of a broken foot. Well, he's healthy again and leading the NBA in scoring. One of the game's most exciting athletes at 6'6". Here's Michael Jordan.
With the exception that you're not really looking for a specific program that's designed. And here is the first competitor, Michael Jordan, who unfortunately couldn't be here last year because of injury.
And he was talking, you may have seen, with Dominique Wilkins, who wished him good luck.
Oh, just like his commercial. Well, he goes with a little cup job. I thought he might go with the one hand, and then he switched it back to two to throw it through with authority. We'll see how the judges come up with the scoring in this, and we'll watch the replay. Michael Jordan, now watch the cut move right here, and the swing over, and then the two-hand stuff as he passes by the basket.
Well, I think I'm going to throw my 2 bits in here. I give him a 10 on that one. I thought that was a beautiful dunk.
When you look at it in super slow motion, you'll see I'm right, I think. All right, let's watch.
Our next competitor from Portland, Drexler.
He's strong. He's got great jumping. I think that Michael Jordan's dunk was comparable to that. Michael getting 41. He really got the short end of it.
I agree with you. I disagree with the judges on that. Had a 41 on the first one.
Jordan will get one more chance. He's the favorite coming in here, but he's got to beat a 49 by Stansbury and 48 by Percy and 245 by Drexler and Harper. Michael, again, I don't think he's really put the choreography in that's necessary to get it. I don't think that's going to score high. He's not going to make it to the next round, Bob. Dominique in front of him shaking his head saying, no good, no good. He didn't like it. And if Beneath didn't like it, it can't be all that good. These judges, Bob.
Maybe it's Joe Piscopo who's causing the problem there. He's the but we'll blame him because he's a non-former player.
So Jordan and Michael Jordan, the crowd favorite, probably around the country watching on television, but not here in Seattle, as Stansbury is in 4th place and made it to the round of 4 in the semifinal. So that's the second 50 of the day. 50. There was a 50 earlier in the second dunk in the first round of Stansbury. Now, Michael Jordan told me he had something special. From there, he's going back. That very may well be it. The people are excited. They like this. I can hear his engines revving now. Here's Jordan ready to take off. Chicago. Be a 50 by. He took off just a little inside that free throw line, one hand and double clutching. Magic Johnson gives him a nice 5 underneath the basket as he got out of the way. Let's watch this one again. This deserves a second look. Michael taking off. The patented tongue comes out. Just in front of that line. Look at this. The double clutch, the reach out, and the stuff. He got 49. Unbelievable. Here we go. Here's the slam cam, or the slam jam camera, I like to call it. As you see that little double reach out, if that's not a 50, I don't know who didn't give him 10, but I want to see that, Judge. I'll tell you something. The judges don't have the replay monitors that you and I have. It might be a recommendation for the judges for next. He just left a little bit too far forward of the free throw line. He'll get a replacement dunk. Now remember, this is the semifinals, and there are 3 dunks in the right after with Dominique and his ability to throw those kind of things through. And he does that type of stuff in competition. Second dunk in the semifinals. Now, Michael got some elevation that time. He had his head up there, and he did some creativity on that one. So Michael seems to be warming up. Let's look at it in super slow motion. Michael Jordan had a 50 on his first dunk. This is his second. The great elevation with the good, strong one hand. Again, the double clutch move. He ducks his head to get by the rim of the net, throws it back through it. He did a little bit of a 180 spin on it as well, and he gets a 49 again. So 249 for Michael Jordan, and he's starting to come alive here in the second round. He had a 50 in the first one and a 49 in the second one. And is leading right now. Percy here in the semis has a 50, a 48, and a 49. Just to update you on where it is. Jordan has a 49 and a 49. Terrence Stansbury, 49, 45, and a 50. And Drexler probably in danger of being eliminated, 46. Oh, love it. He went straight to the basket just like he was floating on air, turned sideways, gave a little move to the side, and floated sideways to throw it in.
Will they give Michael Jordan a 50? He hasn't got one yet today. There it is.
There he goes. He goes in straight, goes up in the air. Now he's sideways. Look at the air. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion.
Look at his head above the rim.
They show, here he is again. The fans reacted to the replay on the screen here. Look at him hang and fly. Look at his head. That is...
It looked like he was in an F-16 that time.
Dominique holding up his hands. The finger is one for Michael Jordan after that.
The final round for $12,500 when we return to the Coliseum in Seattle, Washington. Championship round of the 1987 Slam Dunk competition. And while we look at the coin, let's stay with the coin toss just for a second here. We have the coin toss in the middle. Let's see who will win and then have the choice of dunking first or second. So the coin toss has happened, I guess. We'll check on it in a moment to find out who won that. It'll give me a moment to remind you that
Michael Jordan to really put the heat on Jerome Kersey if he can come through with another one of those airborne specials.
Well, Air Jordan, who used every bit of the O'Hare field over on the right side. So Kersey with a 46 out of 50.
Hello.
How are you going to keep him down on the ground after he scored a 50? I don't know. Michael Jordan should get a 49 or a 50 on that one, I would guess.
Well, he's going to go and make a little 180 move as he heads towards the basket. He'll turn and get his back to the basket. There's the spin move. Now he floats, he glides, and he throws it through his power as he passes by. 48 for Michael Jordan. And once again, the judges being very tough on the competitors.
I think maybe the judges expect too much of Michael Jordan. Now, Clyde Drexler about the Niels Webb. Spud, what do you think about Jordan so far? What do you think of what's happening so far, Spud, with Michael?
Well, he's took his dunking to another notch, and he's, taking a more difficult dunk. Oh, that was great. I wish I had the hands to do that.
All right, Bob. So that was Michael Jordan's second one, and Rick Barry, let's take a look at it now, super slow-mo.
Well, here we go again. Michael Jordan going down the runway, getting ready for takeoff. Takes off right, you see, at the bottom of the circle, up in the air. Now, let's see the little move, the double clutch. Back up as he floats by. There he is from the Slam Jam camera, and throwing it through. But look at the skill, the style that he has. 48 he gets. Again, the judges, real tough here in this final round.
Well, Kersey needs a 50. And even with a 50, he'll take 140 total. Michael Jordan has 96. Michael Jordan with 96. I said Dominique standing down there, he probably would have higher than that, or at least if he performed like he did a couple of years ago. Here comes Michael Jordan for his third and final dunk. He gets a replacement.
And what he does is so neat, and it really catches the excitement of the crowd, is when he jumps up, he does that lean in. He gets his body almost sometimes perpendicular to the floor. As you watch the replay on this miss, you see him jump. Now, look at that leaning. You see how he just leans forward. It's like Superman flying through the air. Well, that's almost a repeat of the one that he came in from the side, turning sideways on it, but he needed to make sure he made it. And Hakeem Olajuwon coming up with the score there for Michael Jordan.
All right, let's look at it in super slow-mo. It's almost impossible for Michael Jordan to lose. He gets a 50 on his third dunk.
There he goes on the takeoff. He goes sideways. Now the lean-in move. You see how he looks like Superman flying sideways through the air as he hooks it in from another angle. Watch the lean-in. Now he'll be almost parallel. We'll see the completion of it on the Slam Jam camera as you see how high he got up over the rim.
So Michael Jordan is our winner with 146 points. In the final round, he had a dunk of 48, 48, and 50. Jerome Kersey, the late entry, the dark horse candidate of Rick Barry, got all the way to the finals. But he had a 46, a 45, and a 49 to finish with a total of 140 in the championship round. And surprising almost nobody, Michael Jordan. We might say, though, that Michael started very slowly. His first dunk of the day, only a 41. But after that, he had two 50s on the way with a couple of 49s and 48s. And Michael Jordan now at center court, ready to receive his trophy and a check for $12,500. So Michael Jordan will, by the way, will get that trophy and the check here. The second place gets $7,500. So Jerome Kersey's trip just a few miles north from Portland to enter the competition today won't hurt his pocket change. Third place gets $5,500. Fourth place, $2,500. And all the competitors from 5th through 8th will receive $1,000. But Michael Jordan is a deserving champion today, Rick Barry.
Well, indeed he is. He said that he had the $12,500 dunks ready, and that's exactly what he came through with. Take another look at one of the dunks that led to his championship here in Seattle. As he comes through, just goes over the free throw area, and there's that stretch out, the double clutch with the one-hand palm, and he throws it through. And that did not, believe it or not, get a 50, as the victorious Michael Jordan holds up the victor's trophy.
That is $12,500 richer. That's Bill Schmidt on the left, by the way, the director of sports marketing for Quaker Oats Company. And the final standings of the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championship. Michael Jordan with 146 points out of a possible 150 in the championship round, defeats Jerome Kersey. Let's look at Air Jordan. Unbelievable.